What's up guys, it's Zach. So as drones have become more and more popular like they have over the past year or two, more people, especially young kids, are now wanting some. You can use them for some cool aerial videography, you can use them for racing, and you can also just use them as a toy in your backyard or something. So many of them do cost several $100s though, so you might be wondering, do I save for a while and get a nice one, or should I just buy one of the cheap ones? Is it worth it? So this right here is a Skyrider Falcon Pro. It comes in a red box like this. It is $45 on Amazon and Walmart. It comes in a package like this. You have your drone itself, which comes out. On the bottom, you do have a camera. It is a 0.9 megapixel camera, which is not the best at all. It's right below 480p in video quality. So don't rely on it for great aerial videography. Controller is also in the box. Controller right here has a couple switches. You have your throttle on the left, you have your steering on the right, a couple controls down here which we'll get to later, and then you also have your power button and the photo video button and a headless and auto rev button. But other than that, in the packaging you have your extra prop guards, extra propellers and screws, owner's manual, some of the safety information, and some quick start guides or something, as well as a screwdriver which comes in useful for putting on the props, prop guards, camera, little accessories like that. You have your USB adapter and SD card. It's a 4GB micro SD card and a USB adapter which would plug into your computer to access the files. Comes with a battery, not the best battery. It lasts about 6 minutes in flight time and takes about an hour and a half to recharge. And then it has your battery charger, which comes with a USB plug-in, but you can also plug this into your cell phone adapter. If you have one like this, it just plugs in and plugs into a wall like that. This end plugs directly into the battery. So with the drone itself here, the front of the drone is the one with the red propellers. It is also the one that the camera faces, obviously. The camera would face front. You have your on-off switch on the back. To put in the battery, you take your camera, push it back, and it opens just like that. There's a little slot. Take the battery, put it in with the wire facing out, and then this has a plug that is pretty obvious which way it goes here. If I can get it in. And it would plug in like that, and then you want to secure the hatch back down like that. To get your camera going, you'll take your SD card out of the USB adapter, put it into the back of the camera. Let's see. Wrong way. And you'll hear it click. That means it's in. Also, make sure to plug in your camera right here with the little wires. And now that's plugged in. You know the battery's plugged in. You have your prop guards on. You have your propellers on. You have your landing gear attached. So you're pretty much ready to go now. If you turn it on right here, the button, you'll see that the lights start blinking. Again, red is to the front, and then in this case, blue is the back with the lights. So you can also fly it in the dark and you can tell which way it's going, which is kind of nice. So once you have the lights blinking, you take your controller. It takes 3 AA batteries, not included. You turn it on, it'll beep twice. The strobe on the lights changed a different pattern now. So that means it's searching for the controller signal. So now to get it going, now see it just changed. So it found the controller signal, it's beeping or flashing a little bit different now. Now to get ready to fly, you take your throttle button up, you'll hear it beep, down you'll hear it beep again, and now it should be ready to go. The lights are now solid colors, which means it is ready to fly. It found itself. So you're ready to fly now. So when you get it going up in the air, once it starts hovering, these buttons now come into effect. You have your pitch, yaw, and roll. These are trim buttons. So if you get it up and it starts drifting a certain way, you can correct it with these. So if it starts drifting forward, you take the pitch is the front to back, yaw is left to right, and then the roll would be like this, the rotation of it. So you can do that once it starts flying, and if it starts wobbling a little around, you just take those, tap it a couple times, let it work it out, and you should get it to hover within a couple feet or so. I'm not really gonna fly it right now, we're obviously indoors, I'll show you that later. But when you get it going, you would just barely touch it, and it'll start going. And that works. The higher you push it, obviously the faster it goes. When you get it up in the air, going this left to right will do that rotation of it. So obviously this is forward, right, left, back, and then you have your throttle, and then the rotation of the drone itself. Once you're done, try to land it safely, obviously. When you're in the air and you want to record a video or photo, one time, we'll take a picture. If you hold it, it'll beep, and now that means it's recording video, as well as look at the pattern on the lights. They changed to a flashing now, which means it's recording. The video quality, like I said, is not the best at all. I'll show you a little clip right here. So that's what the video looks like. Definitely not high definition. You can tell what's going on, but don't rely on it for using anything professionally. Other than that, you might be thinking, well, since the video quality is not that good, what if I attach my own camera? I have a GoPro. What if I try to strap that onto it? Well, yeah, it doesn't really work out. Don't try that. It's definitely way too much weight, even that GoPro. So it's really meant just for a toy. You can't, once it's in the air, you just have to keep an eye on it. It has a range of about 150 feet. At night, you can fly it at night since it does have lights on. You can tell which way is front and back. Just be careful once it gets up in the air. The wind might change a little bit and it does start drifting. So you could lose it quite easily. It is a little hard to control once it's up there. Other than that, here's some clips of flying it and what it looks like in the air. As you'll take a look, you can see when I change the pitch of it, which is going front to back, the yaw when I'm driving it left to right, and then the roll when I want to turn it a little bit and rotate it. Notice what I'm doing with the controller and stuff like that. If you have any other questions, let me know. It's a pretty good drone, but is it worth it for $50? I would say if you're able to, save up your money and get a professional, or not professional, semi-professional, like DJI Phantom 2 or 3 maybe. I know it seems like a lot of money, but I think it's worth it in the long run. Even if you're not using it for video work, it is kind of nice just having a video camera on it, even if you don't want to use the video for something. It is kind of cool to see what you're doing. It does have a lot of features that obviously this one is nowhere near. So if you have any other questions, let me know, guys. Hope this answers some questions. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a good day. See ya.
That day I was thirsty, heard me searching, working, flirting, started my converting, serving, and then we're serving this life for that la da 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 la da da da. That day I was thirsty, heard me searching, working, flirting, started my converting, serving, and then we're serving this life for that la da 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 la da da da. If it's working, baby, try to surf it. Reverse your search and verse and then rehearse it. Swing for the chin, spins in a grin, stand here. Spin in a wind, blend, bend it with your good hand. With your other hand, offer it around, round. Wave it in the atmosphere, flagging cars down, down here. It's a fortunate place with the grace of your face to take me on a chase to the end. To the end of our day, where we spend with every second we take with all our friends. We together, this here in the present, we be flying in the desert, we be them. To the end of our day, where we stand with every second we take with all our friends. We together, this here in the present, we be flying into heaven, we be. And we be giddy, giggy, figgy, imagination aboard the nitty-gritty. Plug our city to civilization. On a vacation, changing clothes in the park. I enlist this outfit and let them fathom my heart. We set our sails, gather hat and tails. We after what we after, got a chapter here to sail. Toenails, we're digging in the dirt for what it's worth. I'm trying to work and then I search until my feet hurt. Roads and forks and passing boards aboard a brighter water sun. I'm trying to find my bird calm. We heading south for the winter, I give it a good go. Tiptoeing through this mess that we call home. We set the motion, coasting as we go in. Then we started searching, working, flirting, set it to converting. To that la da 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 la da da da. That day I was thirsty, heard me searching, working, flirting, started my converting, serving, and then we're serving this life for that la da 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 la da da da. That day I was thirsty, heard me searching, working, flirting, started my converting, serving, and then we're serving this light to that la da 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 la.